Hey, Dr. Bob here, ProActive Wellness and Injury Center, and I've got some news that I'm very excited to share with you. But look, allow me this. Before I do, let me ask you this question. Have you ever gone into a room and only to stand there and wonder for a few moments, why did I come into this room, or what was it that I was going to get here in this room? Or you're out shopping or whatever it might be, and you encounter this individual that you've known for years, and hey, and you're talking to them, and in the back of your mind, that voice is racing. What's his name? What's her name? And you can't recover that name, and you know these people, for, like I said, for years. Or you're at home and you've got to get something off that top shelf there in the counter. It's glasses or whatever it might be, and you're reaching up, and my gosh, my arm seems to have gotten shorter. It's not as long as it used to be. I can't reach up there and get that as easily as I could before. Or, as coordinated as we are and we move around quite easily, we're starting to experience moments where we're stumbling over this or tripping over that. We're kind of, whoa, a little bit for a moment, or we're just not as nimble as we used to be. Well, that's what for the last 10 years I have been traveling to symposiums, participating in and being taught at symposiums where we have been studying the motion, the balance, and the cognitive abilities of individuals as we continue through life. And it seems that these little uh, burps, if you want to call them that, start at about the age of 50, 55 years old. And, we kind of dismiss them, but they continue to progress as we age. And it gets to the point in some individuals, they're going to retire. And when they retire, they're going to play golf, or they're going to travel. They're going to do whatever, that they are wanting to do, only to find out that when they get to the age where they can retire, they can no longer play golf. They don't have the ability to do so. Or they just can't travel because of whatever it might be. They can't walk as easily as they once did. They're forgetting things, or they're kind of shaky on their feet, whatever. Or God forbid, the individuals start to forget things. They're not as sharp as they once were, to the point that even the kids are concerned about mom and dad, leaving them alone or unattended. So much so that the mom and dad may end up in an assisted living facility because they no longer can maintain an independent life. That's bad news. But the good news is this. As I alluded to earlier, we have traveled, we have educated, we have studied, and we have developed programs now that focus on the motion, on the cognitive ability, and on the balance of the individuals. When you forget the names, or when you can't recall why you went into a room or whatever it might be, that's an area that's known as neural performance. And what that means is the body is speaking to you, letting you know that ability that you once had to recall these moments, you're losing that ability to retrieve them and to recall them. And or the memory and the sharpness is kind of getting not so sharp anymore. It's dulling. And then the motion, the balance and the stability, the flexibility and the motion, that all has to do with the body's ability to your ability to move through your environment. Well, we have now amassed this information, and we have also um, we have the most advanced technology now, and the equipment available to not only test these areas, but also to develop a protocol, a plan where we can improve those areas so that you don't become, overwhelmed by them. So much so that in our center, the great news that I wanted to share with you, I mentioned earlier on, is that we have created a separate wing or lane, if you will. It is separate from the chiropractic, the nutrition, the lasers, and that, and it's given totally and wholly focusing on the motion, on the cognitive ability, the brain function, and also the balance as well. Great. And we are the only facility. I say this in the right sort of proud way. I think we're the only facility in this area, a large area, I might add, that is equipped, that is trained, that is enabled to do this. And I am excited to share that with you and let you know about that. And look, with this, I also, if you're in this area, I would invite you, because this is new to most people, I would invite you to just contact our office, email, phone, whatever, and set up a time where we would be allowed to take you through. You could tour the office. You could see that additional area of our clinic here, and the equipment that we're using, the testing abilities and whatnot, and even be introduced to our balance therapist and the other individuals on our staff as well. So look, I hope that if this has spoken to you, if you find yourself, yeah, I'm in that place or whatever, or I'm curious, I'd like to find out more. I hope that you'll just give us a call. We look forward to seeing you and helping you if it's necessary to do. And thank you for allowing me to share this information with you as well. And until the next video, and as always, God bless.